Yo guys, what up? Corey Sandman Sandhagen here, doing some post-fight breakdowns. I'm on the floor because we're actually going to do some jiu-jitsu technique stuff. I know that, that's not really what I'm known for, but believe it or not, I'm actually kind of decent at that stuff as well. So we're going to do Khamzat Usman just because I really want to get into why that style of wrestler, kind of the Dagestani or the Russian style of wrestling works really well, opposed to maybe more of the traditional wrestling style that we've seen in MMA so far. So we're going to get into Khamzat Usman. Like and subscribe, do all that. Let's get into the technique now. Peace. Hope you have a good week. Love you. Bye. Okay, guys, so first things first. The reason that Khamzat's wrestling and just kind of a lot of wrestling that happens in that area works better is because, one, it's just like way further down the chain of martial arts because it's just been a part of their culture for much, much longer than it has been a part of the culture on this side of the pond or whatever it is that they say. So that's an important thing to note, is that the wrestling, it's not about like who's the better wrestler, who's the better this and that, because we're not wrestling. What we're doing is we're doing MMA. And in MMA, the rules are a lot different than in wrestling. If I take Elias down and Elias, bellies out in wrestling, that's kind of the end of the exchange. You don't really, I mean, there's definitely starting in the referee's position, learning how to hold people down from there, keeping out hooks from that position, but it's not fully MMA. The reason that Khamzat was so, especially in that first round, doing really, really well against Kamaru is because that style of wrestling knows how to take the back really well. And in wrestling, you're taught to, if I get taken down, boom, build up from here, stand up, cut the hands, okay? That works as long as you know how to keep out hooks and defend your back pretty well. It doesn't work if you don't know how to do that, okay? Also, it doesn't work when the other person is a super good attacker of the back like Khamzat is. That dude definitely knows how to take the back pretty good. So the first thing let's talk about is how it actually happened, okay? So I'll be Khamzat, you be Usman. Usman's kind of here, okay, and Khamzat grabs double unders, okay? The reason that double unders is better is because I'm not going to fly off the top. If I have a seatbelt, boom, and I'm hanging like this, okay, this I can kind of get knocked off. Like, it's not as glued. I'm not being that good of a backpack, okay? When I'm double unders, you're not going to fling me over these things, okay? So if Elias tries to put me over him, I'm not really going to fall off. At least over the top. I might fall off to the side a little bit, but not really over the top. So, Khamzat gets here, boom, gets in a hook, gets in another hook, and then they spend a lot of the fight like this, okay? Or at least a lot of the first round like this. The problem with what Kamaru's doing is that both hands and both legs are on the mat, all right? That's kind of an issue. So, in order to strip the hooks out, you need one of your hands or you need one of your legs. So what that means is, let me take your back just on your butt. When I'm like this, we can face the camera a little. When I'm like this and on double unders, first of all, he doesn't really need to worry about the choke that much because I'm on double unders. I can't choke him like this. Here is where he needs to start worrying about the choke, is when I'm in a seatbelt, okay? But Elias can use his feet to get my hooks out. So just hook it and bring it out. Yes, like this, and he can clear, okay? Do it again. Boom, hooks, boom, clears. That was obviously a super simple way of doing it. It's a lot more particular than that when we're actually going. Also, he can start to unhook my hands when he's like this too. Boom, start to break this connection so that he can start to build himself out, okay? When you're upside down in this position, so go like how Kamaru was, when you're upside down in this position, it's very hard to do both. So right now, because Kamaru's hands were on the mat, it's really difficult for him to try to, address my hands or the hooks because his hands are on the mat. He also tried to kick his legs straight and get rid of this like this, but against a guy that's really lanky and really long and really tangled like Khamzat was, go ahead, do that. That's like super, super difficult, okay? Like, you might be able to do it just a little bit, but it's like a really, really difficult thing to try to do. So, we're going to try to get out of this while protecting our neck and getting the hooks out, okay? Addressing the grip is gonna be really hard to do when I'm in this position until I start getting the hooks out. So if Elias has my back, you can put your hooks in. Okay, so Elias has my back, okay? If I stay like this and I go to like mess with his feet like this, typically, you know, they might throw me down or whatever. So I'm just gonna commit to that already, all right? I'm just gonna be like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna be like this, okay? Here I'm fine, and here I can start using both of my hands. Whether that means just ripping out one of the hooks, okay? Or whether it means like kind of controlling, kicking, and then sealing that side again. You can get off me. That's what you need to do, okay? You're gonna hang out for the whole round if you just try to kick free like this, or you keep your hands on the mat so that you can't build yourself up, okay? If Khamzat didn't have the hooks in, then that's not really a problem. You're gonna knee slide, boom, and then build yourself up. But you have to do something to get those hooks out, okay? One last thing that we'll talk about before we end the video is when you do get the hooks out, so when I commit to using like some type of post and getting this out, you have to seal the hook out. You can't start doing stuff like building up like this. They're just gonna throw the hook right back in. And you're just gonna be caught in this like washing cycle thing where you get into a good position, you're losing the good position. You're getting to a good position, you lose the good position. So if Elias is on me, boom, he takes my back, I get one of these hooks out, bang, I seal this side. Even if I fall over and I'm here, I start getting this other hook out and I seal them, okay? I protect my spaces. So let's scramble a little, keep trying to take my back, I'll go to build up. I keep all of these spaces clear the whole time until I'm ready to start standing up, undoing this connection to me so that I can get myself up, okay? So that's that fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the post-fight breakdown. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Peace. See you guys in the next video. Later.